Good afternoon, a very warm welcome to Tábor. We're getting ready for the Women's Elite Cyclo-cross World Cup to kick off. We're in the Tábor uplands. We're about 70 kilometers south of Prague, lying on the river Ludnice. And we're getting ready to bring this start of this World Cup cyclocross now to the line. We've been here many times in Tábor for cyclocross, sometimes the World Championships, other times as a World Cup. But it always produces great racing.
For the women elite category, we start with the line number 2 from Belgium.
It's now -2. The weather has improved by 7 degrees since first thing this morning with the men's junior race. But it's still under 0. How cold it was right at the start. Here's the previous winners. Ben Van Empel has won the last 2 rounds here in Tábor. Lucinda Brando has won here on 3 different occasions. Anna Marie Verst also in the field today. Where's number 8? She is one of the winners here in Tábor. It suits a rider who likes to ride a fast cyclocross course. Kind of a road race style Tábor. You've got to be able to ride.
Magali Rochette, welcome back to Europe. It's
racing.
been a while. How have you been?
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here. Yeah, it's been a while. 1 year. I raced in Dublin last year, but I only did 1 World Cup, and then that was it. So I had a hard time last year, but I'm healthy now and happy to be back. So it's nice to be here.
Helene Clausel, welcome in a freezing cold Tábor.
Yeah.
Well, how was the wrecking?
Yeah, it's really frozen and really slippery on the corner, but yeah, we will see during the race. Maybe in 2 hours it's possible to change, so we will see.
Yeah. Do you like these freezing conditions?
Yeah, it's good for me because it's really fast, but it's also really hard race, and it's always better for me. And yeah, I would like to take the good lines and to take the good wheels and just follow the good girls. And yeah, I hope to make a good race.
You know the track very well here in Tábor, but how will these conditions change the race for you?
Yeah, it's a super fast course. Definitely will change still a little bit. At 1 o'clock, the sun has done her thing a little bit more on the top of the ground, and also the other riders. But it's definitely icy, the top. So a small error with a slip somewhere is made quickly.
So a good start is very important here.
Yes, it's very important to not get in the mess, let's say. But I think also it's typically a course when you have to stay calm, and if you feel strong on the day, that you can make a lot of difference on the uphill part. So I think that's also important. If it doesn't work out in the start or you make a mistake, that you still have some time.
We know all about the 50 podium finishes in a row, of course. It's not a record yet. You know about Marianne Vos, of course, between 2009 and 2012. 51 podium finishes in a row. Is that something that's in your mind?
Well, I hope that after this race I can say to her, I'm gonna get you. But yeah, it's very unique, and that only Marianne did that before. And she's such a big racer. It's very special that I come that close already.
Best of luck for today.
Thank you.
Shirin van Anrooy, welcome back. It's been almost 2 years since your last cyclocross race. Must feel like an eternity, I think. What are the feelings today?
Thank you. Yes, I'm just super excited to be back on the start line. I think also a bit nervous. I don't really know what to expect. Also starting from the last row, but yeah, just happy to finally be back.
Is it maybe better to start in these freezing conditions from the last row? Will it be easier to advance in the bunch?
I don't think so. I think it's actually just going to be a super fast course because of that. Maybe I would have liked it if it would have been a lot of mud with a lot of running. But yeah, it is what it is. And yeah, I just need to make sure I get back to the front.
I've been hearing that you've been in a pretty good shape the past couple of weeks.
Yeah, I think so. I had 2 weeks off after Gravel Worlds, and now I think like 4 or 5 weeks back into training, but it's been going really well. I feel fresh and ready to start another racing season again. So yeah, we just have to see. I think it will be a big shock to the system.
The riders making their way onto the start line now. Great to hear from those riders. Good to have Magali Rochette back on the grid, and Shireen Van Anrooy. And Lucinda Brand is on the cusp of history this afternoon.
First line.
50 podiums in a row.
Lucinda Brand. Netherlands, Inge van der Heggen.
51 equals Marianne Vos. 52, she becomes the out-and-out leader of that historic bit of information. The riders being called forward then. The new European champion, Inge van der Heide.
Netherlands, Manon Bakker.
Manon Bakker rides forwards. We're making up the front row of the grid, as always. There are 7 rows in total, 56 entries, 14 different nations. There's 31 under 23 riders in this field. So it gives you an idea that in fact more than half the field are under 23.
And from Netherlands, Annick van Alphen.
Feels an awful lot warmer now, as the riders have said, a little bit frozen under the wheels still, though you have to be careful in the corners. In the other races we've seen a few crashes here or there.
Ladies and gentlemen, 3 minutes to the start. 3 minutes.
And the last moments for the jackets to be taken off. Annick van Alphen gets ready. And as Shireen Van Anrooy said, it might be a little bit of a shock to the system this afternoon if you haven't raced a cyclocross for 2 years. But she has ridden the gravel worlds and she's such a top performer on the road. But this is something else, isn't it? Particularly when it's this cold.
2 minutes to the start, ladies and gentlemen. 2 minutes to the start of the race. Women.
Annick van Alphen of 7 Racing on the front row. And alongside her is the new European champion, Inge van der Heide. Alongside her is the Belgian champion, Marion Norbert Ribeyrol. Then it's Marie Schreiber of Team SD Works, the Luxembourg champion.
Good luck, man. Thanks. See you.
Manon Bakker alongside her, there she is. All smiles as always from Manon Bakker. Then Lucinda Brand. Brand, the former world champion, she's won here before.
1 minute.
Sara Casasola, the Italian, who's emerged over the last couple of years. And Leonie Bentveld, the final member of the front row of the grid. We're on red, we wait for green, the start of the UCI World Cup Cyclo-cross season.
30 seconds.
30 seconds, ladies and gentlemen, only 30 seconds remaining till the start of the women elite category.
The riders wait, the tape is brought back, we're about to get underway. And the start of the season in the World Cups, and a massive move by Marie Schreiber. Look at the acceleration at the front. Always goes off quick, but she's gone off like an absolute rocket. See how we get through these first turns. The pace is absolutely electric. Already a long line of riders. It's Schreiber at the front, Leonie Bentveld is up there, so is Inge van der Heide, Julie Brouwers. She's moved up into a position as well. That's a good move by her. Inge van der Heide took her so long to win the elite title, didn't it? But great to see her in that European Champions jersey. A few issues for some riders. Schreiber said, as we've seen, or Brand said, it's so hard underneath, but a little bit slippery. Shireen van Anrooy saying it's going to be difficult. Well, it is, because it's almost like a road race. Norbert Riberold, the Belgian champion, just sliding back into the string of riders. Just taking a little look to see where the riders are. Magli Rochette in the Canadian champions colours, a little bit further down the string. Schreiber quite often does this, wants to go out, wants to build a lead, and then see if people come up to her. Van Alphen just being overtaken by Lucinda Brand. It's a great shot of the riders as they crisscross up and down. So two riders now at the front as they move away. Schreiber and Bentveld. Bentveld's second wheel there, wearing number 5. Behind them, Inge van der Heide, then Lucinda Brand. Schreiber on that pink machine. See how Schreiber decides to play this today. Schreiber, 22 years of age, from Luxembourg, comes from Betborn. She won in Holst last year. She's also finished on the podium before in Bloemendaal, in Benidorm. So a number of podium finishes. This season she's ridden the X2O Badkammers Trophy Flandrian Cross. She finished 4th there. That was on the 16th of November. And now Lucinda Brand goes to the front, really wants to push the pace. Bentveld is behind her, then it's Van der Heide, then Schreiber, then Van Alphen. Coming across now, the next rider in the group. Looks like Kristina Zemanova has got herself up to the front of the race now for Czechia. Riders today are keen to be there, aren't they? They're doing well in these series of races, certainly in the early stages. Riberold in a little group of riders with Manon Bakker and Lucia Bramati. Sydney McGill is moving up for Canada. She's now in 11th place. And Brand is just trying to force the tempo a little. And the Heide rides quite easily back into the wheels. Brand knows how important it is on this course to be all present at the front. You don't want to ride in a group if you can help it. You've got to be near the front, pushing the pace, staying in the wheels. Don't want to ride a little bit further down because little splits can happen just purely with the momentum and the acceleration through so many corners. It's quite demanding, this course, as you can see there as we look down on it from this amazing aerial shot. Lucinda Brand glances across, she talks to her pits.
Right now we have a group of, let's say, 6 riders.
I don't know whether she's going to go in for a bike change next time or not, because she little signal to the squad who are in there.
Followed by her compatriot Naomi Benfeld.
Brand decides to jump the hurdles and run.
And from Luxembourg, Marie Schreiber.
Well, the crowd really appreciate their cyclocross here in Tábor. It's become one of the places that we always like to come to.
On the 9th position, Lucia Brava, David 31, representing Italy. And on the 10th place, from Belgium, Julie Brewer.
Benfeld is riding well so far. Let's see how this race settles down over the first lap. We'll see what the lap times are going to be. I would expect we're going to have somewhere around about 8 laps of racing. Ida wants to make sure she's at the front. Takes over the pace setting from Brand. Benfeld sitting there in 3rd place, 21 years of age, from the Netherlands. Hyder wants to put everybody under pressure. Benfeld has finished on the podium before in the World Cup in Flamanville. That was back in 2023. And Hyder pushing the pace now. Monique van Alphen staying in the group of riders at the head of the race. She's the rider in the red. 26 years of age now, Monique van Alphen. She's had a number of victories, including the Super Prestige in Boom in 2022. Comes from Happert in the Netherlands. Finished 3rd in the World Cup in Maasmechelen in 2023. So had some good results. Five riders at the head of the race. See there, just when you get round the corners, you need to be right in the wheels, otherwise you get that little gap, 2-3 meters, and sometimes you can't close it.
On the jerseys of the riders, the white numbers are for the women.
Coming up to the end of lap number 1.
And those with the black numbers are racing in the under 23 category.
It's always good to be able to
closer and closer.
Get the Cyclo-cross World Cup started, get a chance to watch the riders and see who's on form. We know that Lucinda Brand is on form already. We know Van der Heider's on form, and that story is being told right now. But there's riders that we haven't quite seen the emergence of yet this season. It's complete lap number 1. Let's take a look then at the first lap of racing and see what the time is going to be. It's going to be Inge van der Heide, who is the first rider across the line. A group of 5 are at the head of the race. It's a 9:19 lap. It was adjusted to 9:02 with a run-in. Give you an idea in comparison to the women juniors, that's 3 seconds faster, so quite a steady opening lap for those riders. Here's the next group, trying to go across at 26 seconds, contains Sydney McGill, Kreese, Mollenkopf and others.
There's a small gap between the 5th and 6th.
So generally, the women's race will settle in now.
1 second behind the leader.
And the pace will just get quicker after that opening lap of racing. The two riders trying to come across, working together, both teammates in the Crelan-Corendon team. They're the riders in that green jersey. Oh, and the rider in the middle there having problems. Kristina Zemanova just came off the line. And that's the difference here. Come off the line very slightly and you can have all sorts of issues. Brand now goes on the attack. And the rider, oh, and a little problem there from Aniek van Alphen. Zemanova comes back. Manon Bakker has made it to the front as well now, but Brand has attacked hard.
Maybe giving up one position to Kristina Zemanova and getting back again.
So Zemanova is there, and she goes in that sandwich of the Crelan-Corendon riders. She's got to keep pushing because Brand is forcing the pace right now. Thanks to all of you for being in touch. @Crossed is where you can get me. At UCI Cyclo-Cycling also. Keep an eye on that for all your information about the World Cup Cyclo-cross. And it's starting to turn the pressure on. Elder's trying to go with her. Inge van der Heide seems to be having a little bit of a difficult position. Back then to Van Alphen, to Zemanova, to Casasola and Schreiber. Schreiber's a little bit further back. There she is. It's Lucia Bramati there in the yellow kit. Here's Schreiber coming up. She started a little bit too quick. Denise Betsema's with her in the top 10. And just checking that back wheel. Flips and slides the back wheel around that turn. Into the steps. Sprint your way up there carefully. Brand looks so focused, doesn't she? This rider is exceptional, Lucinda Brand. Think about the road career she's had, and then she decided to turn her attention more to cyclocross. She's just won so many bike races. Her number of titles, just exceptional. 4 times the winner of the Citadel Cross, 3 times in Dendermonde, 3 times in Hoogerheide, 3 times here in Tábor, twice in Dublin. She's won the World Championships, the World Cup. She's an exceptional bike rider. This season, Brand has just been a fantastic performer already. She's ridden 9 days of racing. He's had a total of 7 victories, 2 second places. Bike change for the leader. Brand is onto a new machine.
Her leading position, but she's definitely still.
Last season, Brand raced 33 cyclocrosses and was never off the podium. Amazing, isn't it? Ahead of the race, Inge van der Heide, Brand on the right-hand side. Behind them is Leonie Bentveld. Zemanova comes across. Clara Casasola, Manon Bakker, Aniek van Alphen, and Van Alphen is jumping the hurdles and it's making a difference. Lucia Bramati, just behind her is Denise Betsema, then it's Marie Schreiber. Marie Burst isn't too far behind in the colours of 7 Racing, that red coloured kit. Van der Heiden's come back to Brand since she had that bike change, and now they are just riding together. Van der Heide just looks to me like that European Championship win has given her morale that is absolutely sky high. The way she's riding now, she's prepared to take the racing off, prepared to force it, pushing hard. A little problem there for Leonie Bentveld as they went through that turn. Van der Heide pushing this. Van der Heide, remember that Krelon-Corendon team, 26 years of age now. A good season. Started off really positively in Barron Cross in October, won that, was third in Kermit Cross. She's had all of her races in the top 6, and since the European Championship she was second in the Telenet Super Prestige. In Niel she was third in Merckxplas, she was second in Hammer. So the morale is really high. Wiping the glove, I think, a little bit of mud maybe. Brand tries to make a move. Van der Heide doesn't want to let that happen. Now remember, they had that tussle in the European Championships. Brand was second and Van der Heide beat her by 41 seconds in the end. Aniek van Alphen was the bronze medalist. Van der Heide knows that she can beat Lucinda Brand. Brando in recent seasons has been the most consistent bike rider in Women's World Cup cyclocross and cyclocross as a whole. Coming up to complete lap number 2. So lap 2 is over. Group of 3 riders at the front. So it's Brand, Van der Heide, Leonie Bentveld, and 2 more riders coming across. Just under 7 kilometers completed. Here come the chasers. It was a 9:03 lap. Not a steady lap. Sara Casasola, who is looking like she wants to make the junction, and she does. Casasola's come back with Kristina Zemanova. That means 5 riders now at the heads.
3 laps remaining. 3 laps remaining.
We're going to have a 5-lap race today.
3 more laps, and the race will consist of a total 5 laps. What about the situation on course? Oh, we have a group of 5 riders together.
It's a 5-lap race.
Aniek van Alphen and Manon Bakker a little bit back, Beep number 4 and Beep number 6, and Brand, Van der Heide and Bentveld.
Let's see how this unfolds then.
Are in the pack in the lead. 5 riders in the lead. 3 of them from Netherlands, 1 from Italy, 1 from Czechia. Czech national champion with BIP 51, Kristina Zemanova, right now in the close angle of the...
Brand starting to push again. Judging by 5 laps here, we're going to end up with a race of 45 minutes, which is a little bit of a surprise. The race should last 50 minutes plus. I thought we might have ended up with a 6-lap race. judging by the pace at which they're going, but clearly we've decided that we're going to be around about the 45-minute mark. Now, whether that plays into the hands of any riders in here is a different matter. Lucinda Brand would probably be preferring a 6-lap race. But the judges have decided around about 45 minutes is going to be it. The riders are lapping now at around about 9 minutes, pretty much dead on. There might be a few discussions about the length of this race afterwards. Kristina Zemanova there in the colours of Czechia. Does it play into her hands a little bit more? The road riders, particularly Lucinda Brand, would want this to be 6 laps. More riders now might get a little bit more motivated to come back here, knowing that this is going to be a shorter effort than they might have anticipated. Lovely shot through here, through this leafy section. The Italian at the front now, Sara Casasola. This lap of the race is Sara Casasola, 22.1 kilometers an hour. She just did that on lap number 2. Casasola is the rider in the ascendancy right now as far as this race is concerned. 5 years of age now. Casasola comes from San Daniele del Friuli. She's really building a great palmares in cyclocross. She's had a very good season. 9 days of racing. Finished first in a couple of races in Italy, finished second in Essen, second in Rudforde, won Overijse, was third in the Koppenberg Cross, third in Rappen Cross, and fourth in the European Championships. But Casasola, we know, has got good form as well. Really starting to ignite the tempo at the front, and constantly riding with the buff on so that she doesn't breathe in this cold air that is still below 0. See her there on the front. She's obviously worried about the lungs, and it is cold. The wind's not bad, so it means that the temperature's not diminishing a lot. Beautiful blue skies belie the temperature that the riders are enduring. Towards the hurdles this time. Over first for Lucinda Brand. Casasola in the green goes with her. And the Hyder just kind of hanging in there now. Nick Van Alphen, look at that. That bunny hopping is helping her a lot. She just keeps the momentum on. Down at the bottom of the screen, if you'd like to keep in touch with a certain rider, there's someone that you'd like to support, keep an eye. You're able to take a look at what they're up to. And if you'd like to be in touch with me, at Ant McCrossan is where you can get hold of me on social media. A few hellos, Miriam and David, thank you very much for watching, and Drew and Will, thank you very much for watching as well. Good to be in touch. So Brand with this little trio at the front. Zemanova doing a good job for the Czech Republic here. now out the saddle with a little bit of power surge now. That little section of the course is pretty hard. You're making your way up what is quite a long drag. And spins the pedals through that little area. Looks for a little bit of green to try and get a bit of traction on those tyres. Just update you on a few other riders to give you an idea where they are. Lydia Cusack is down in 14th place, the first USA rider. Magli Rochette is currently 17th. Sydney McGill down in 21st. The British rider Zan Kreese is down in 24th. Victoria Schladnova's 26th, the Wiesmann Lisa bike rider who did so well in the recent under-23 World Championships. Sola still wants to be the rider who forces this pace. That 8:57 opening lap, Casasola is a rider not to underestimate here. Brand is staying as close to her as possible, and Brand right now is going to aim to equal Marianne Vos's run of 51 podiums in a row. That is exceptional. Their former teammates, of course, used to ride together on the Rabobank team. Coming up to complete the third lap, 2 more laps of racing left. Brand looks for Inge van der Heide. The attack happens. And van der Heide goes attacking through the line this time. 2 laps to go. Very fast lap that time, 9 minutes. 8:58 for Sara Casasola. Second fastest lap of the race so far.
Riders are right now in the penultimate lap. 4th of 5 laps. And Inge van der Heijden in the lead, followed by Lucinda Brandt.
This rider comes up to complete this lap, 8th overall, and Amandine Fulkenet. This is the group containing the Belgian champion, Marion Norbert Ribeirol. Behind her is Denise Betsemer. Betsemer used to be such a force in women's cyclocross. Lucia Bramati, and then Alain Clausel. Julie Brouwers is also there going across the line with Anna-Marie Verst.
Behind the leader, Christina Zemanova, 10 seconds behind Inge van der Heijden. And on the 6th and 7th place,
So Lydia Cusack, the American, having a good race here. 15th overall.
20 seconds gap between 7th place, Manon Bakker from Netherlands and Amandine Fulkenet from France. She is 32 seconds.
Brand tries again. Another big force of pace up over that section. Casasola has to work that time. Bernie Benveld in that red and white kit. Then it's Semenova. Semenova's looking for a good position at the end of this, you know. This is a great performance by her. The Tábor crowd urging these riders on now. They've got all of the noise that you need. The chainsaws, the bells, the horns, everything that you need. So Brand opens up a little bit of a gap. Semenova, who is just in the gap, 4 times the Czech Republic champion. She's won a lot of cyclocross races, there she is. This season has had 10 race days and already has had quite a few victories. 6 victories in total, most of them in Czechia, but one in Slovakia. She was 9th in the European Championships. 2 years of age is Kristina Zemanova. And she's still in with the top 6 here. This is a bit of an emergence, really, when you think about it, for Zemanova. Last year she rode a World Cup in Zonhoven. She was 25th. She was 5th there the year before. So she's doing well. She's had what other places? 8th place in Dublin in the UCI World Cup as well. Good performance for Zemanova to come back into the top 5 in a World Cup, and she's there in those blue shorts just behind. Three riders at the head of the race. Came down to a sprint, it would be very difficult to choose between these riders. Maybe Brand has got the slight edge as far as the sprint is concerned. It would be close. Well, the fastest lap so far, Casasola. Fouquenet is second with an 8:59. Casasola with 8:57. Inge van der Heide third fastest with 9:00.2. Lucinda Brand with 9:01.2. And Zemanova fifth fastest in 9:03. The riders who are in 4th and 5th shouldn't give in here in this fight, because if the front 3 riders start to look at each other, they can come back into the race, and they're not that far behind. Only about 11 seconds between the front group and them. It's Aniek van Alphen. Oh, and a problem here for this rider from Krelan. Is that Manon Bakker, who just had a little issue? She's back and racing. Manon Bakker of the Krelan team. French champion goes through. There is Bakker. Bakker normally likes this style of cyclocross with a lot faster tempo. Now is Inge van der Heide playing a good game here, sitting on the back, watching what's going on. Will she hit them at some point? We're getting close to the end of this lap. Here's this power surge climb that Brand has been using to very good effect. Sola still on the front. Here goes Inge van der Heide. So is this the point where she starts to get rid of riders? Takes the front position over the top of that little rise. Shoulder to shoulder. Brand in that blue helmet on the blue bike. Rides now for the Baloise Glowy Lions. And here's the gap back to the trio behind. Thanks for all your messages today. Thanks for joining us. I hope you managed to see the junior and under 23 race. We've been live for a few hours already today. We only managed to decide, I think, over the last couple of weeks that the junior and under 23 was going to be shown, and it's great to have it. We got the chance to see the emerging talents from a few hours ago. Coming up to the end of the penultimate lap. Casasola seems to have opened up a little bit of an advantage. She's taking Brand with her now. And Van der Heide is going to have to work hard here. She doesn't want to lose this group. With 1 lap of racing to go coming up now. The end of 4 laps. A lead trio. Casasola, Brand, Inge van der Heide. We'll check around and look at each other, and that is the danger. Because Leonie Bentveld is coming back. So is Aniek van Alphen, and so is Zemanova. We're going to have 6 riders at the front if this continues. 1 lap of racing to go. 1 lap to go. Zemanova comes across. A 9:05 lap then by Inge van der Heide. There are riders who may well see the front of the race again. This is the French champion, Amandine Fauconnet. Behind her is Marion Norbert Ribeirol. 1 lap of racing to go. In 9 minutes, we'll know who wins this World Cup. Marion Norbert Ribeirol comes across the line. 8th place for her. Brand now pushes on the pace a little bit more. Have they managed to get back? There's Leonie Bentveld just behind. She's just got to keep forcing this. A 9:05 lap for the Paushausen squad rider. Brand dodging away up there. Oh, Inge van der Heide found that section a little bit hard, and now Brand starts to push. Brand starts the attack. Can Casasola go with her, the Italian? Casasola is still there. Looked like things were coming all back together. See how this unfolds now. This would be a big win for the Italian if she can bring this home and beat Lucinda Brand. That's the chase. Lucinda Brand looking for another victory. Casasola is attached to her back wheel. She is refusing to let it go. This would be a huge victory for the Italian if she can pull this off. But can Brand bring home yet another win? There's Leonie Bentveld. Casasola over the last couple of seasons has really emerged as one of the biggest talents in World Cup cyclocross, and today she is showing just how good she is. Brand is trying to get rid of her. Inge van der Heide rides back onto her wheel. Van der Heide refusing to give in, so the trio rejoin at the front. We're all at the end of this race. Brand full around that corner, onto the steps. They shoulder the bikes quickly. Van der Heide loses just a couple of lengths as she goes over the top. Takes a little bit of time to get the bike going again. Casasola's already had 3 wins this season. And she starts to push.
close to the couple, Inge van der Heyden, wearing proudly the
Inge van der Heyden's there.
jersey in the race. That's the battle for the podium. These three, they have a small advantage ahead of the rest. Only Van Veld, Christina Zemanova, right now, second, further from the podium, as we have seen.
Brand goes through. Van der Heyden just losing now and then. Last year we started with Van Empel taking the first victory. Brand took the second.
In the previous minutes.
Can Van der Heyden get back? Casasola's never won a World Cup before. Brand has done it many times. Brand looking for that 51st podium. Well, so far that is pretty much a definite. The question is, can she take another win on the 51st to equal Marianne Vos's consecutive podium finishes in cyclocross? And Casasola starts the acceleration. Joni Bentveld there, Annick van Alphen still bunny hopping the hurdles. Semenova still there. Great performance from her today. It's going to be a battle. In 3 minutes time they're going to reach the line. They've got rid of Inge van der Heyden. It's going to come down to two riders now. Sara Casasola, the Italian, on the front in the green and white. Brand in second wheel, grimacing a little. Van der Heyden trying to come back. Big forcing of the pace by Lucinda Brand. Van der Heyden's just 3 or 4 bike lengths away all of the time, isn't she? And we're almost at the end. 5 laps of racing, a short race albeit, but Brand is trying to go all out now to get rid of the Italian. The 25-year-old Italian knows that this is a most critical moment in her cyclocross career. Van der Heyden trying to come back, and she is back. She's almost on the back wheel, and she's got a very, very good sprint. Brand almost has to rail it around that turn. Almost hits the poles. Van der Heyden's getting ready for a sprint. So it's Brand in the blue helmet. Behind her is Casasola. Then it's the European champion, newly crowned, Inge van der Heyden. Again, she leaves 3 or 4 bike lengths through that turn and has to sprint to try and come back. Brand is making life very, very hard for Inge van der Heyden this afternoon. Casasola, can she take this World Cup win and put herself in the jersey? It's Van der Heyden. She still believes it's possible. Lucinda Brand gets ready. We're almost at the finish line now. It's going to be a battle of 2. And Brand knows, get through that first corner first, start the acceleration and you're going to win. And that's what she's going to do now. She gets rid of Casasola at the perfect moment. Big move by Lucinda Brand. Brand now starts to sprint flat out. Casasola has made a little bit of an error there. She's let a very experienced bike rider who knows how to win on the road and win at cyclocross. She's given her a couple of lengths. Brand now goes all out for the finish line. Casasola trying to get on terms, but it's going to be 51 podiums in a row for Lucinda Brand, and the 51st is a victory victory here in Tábor. Casasola's second. Third place is going to be the European champion, Inga van der Heide.
On the third place. And what about next? Leonie Bentveld.
It's going to be fourth place for Leonie Bentveld.
For fifth place.
Fifth place is going to be a battle here. Aniek van Alphen and Zemanova. She's happy with that performance. She thanks the local crowd.
Bere tedy o něco lepší umístění než na před 14 dny skončené evropském šampionátu. Pojďme tedy rychlou rekapitulací.
Amandine Fouquenet of France crosses the line in 7th place. Marion Norbert Ribeiro, a little bit of a stretch of the back as she comes in. 8th place for her on the day, the Belgian champion.
There was Amandine Fouquenet on the 8th place.
Coming across the line now, Alain Clausel, 14. She's in 9th place today. 10th place to Denise Betsema. Behind them is Manon Bakker, Lucia Bramati. 13th is going to be Anna-Marie Verst, maybe. 14th, Brouwers. Next two riders come across the line, Flo Moors, Shireen Van Anrooy. 17th for the Canadian Magali Rochette. And a sprint now for the minor places. Last lap was the fastest lap of the race. An 8:43 from Lucinda Brandt. Average speed on that last lap, 22.7. So the race just got quicker as we went on. This is the moment where Brandt really started to hurt everybody on that final lap, just surging now and then and getting rid of riders. Casasola, though, another sparkling performance.
Která je těsně za ní, 32. Anna Panušová, 39, Eliška Trboholová, 42. A to by mělo být všechno, ale jsou to prosím neoficiální.
How much this meant for Lucinda Brandt, flat out. Just checking that she got the beating of the Italian behind her.
A tady ještě jedna česká kombinéza, to je
Another win for Lucinda Brandt.
Kateřina Douděrová.
She starts off as the leader of the Women's World Cup. Coming in now, Steri Vervloot. Susanna Magala for the USA. Czechia rider coming in now. Anna Gedinova. Riders coming in. The USA riders, Lily Sonneman, Katerina Sarkisov. Here's the highlights of the women's elite race here in Tábor.
Women category, the field is on the course.
byl odstartován dnešní
The front of the race dominated really by 3 riders for the majority, but now and then Leonie Bentveld was up there. Italian Casasola getting across to reach Lucinda Brandt. So close to a World Cup victory, the Italian.
Well, into the 10th of the block. They have right now already 9 seconds, 20.
We are in the final lap, and there is nothing to wait for. Lucinda Brandt in the lead, and then from Italy.
Well, it was a real tussle at the front, wasn't it, in the end?
Fly Lucinda Brandt pushing really hard to get another World Cup victory. Sarah Casasola finishes the race on the 2nd position, and there you can see Inge van der Heyden from Netherlands on the 3rd place.
And confirmation that Lucinda Brandt wins here in Tábor on a freezing cold day. She takes her 51st consecutive podium. Here's the result of the women's UCI Cyclo-cross World Cup round number 1 here in Tábor. Lucinda Brandt wins in 45 minutes 13 seconds ahead of the Italian Sarah Casasola. Then it was Inge van der Heyden in 3rd place. We'll let you just take a look through in case there's a rider that you've been cheering on that you want to find out how they do.
Sarah Casasola, congratulations on a 2nd place today. It was almost a win until the last corner, I think.
Yeah, honestly, I was hoping to fight more for it, but I slipped just before the pit. So I took a few meters and then I had to chase back, and Lucinda is already really fast, so I couldn't even close the gap. But yeah, I'm really happy with my 2nd spot. It's actually my 1st World Cup podium, so I'm really, really happy.
Yeah, and after 2 weeks of sickness, of problems after the fall, this must feel very good, I think.
Yeah, it feels really good. And actually, I had no expectations for today because I'm still recovering. Yeah, the legs were good, but my breathing is not 100% yet. So I tried to start a bit easier than normal. And then, yeah, it got tactical, so I could come back. And in the final, I had good legs. So, yeah, definitely it's good. And I think the sickness is gone, yeah.
The breathing in these freezing conditions was difficult for you. Is that why you were riding with a buff? Because that seemed a bit weird, to be honest.
Yeah, it feels weird, but the problem is that yesterday on the recon I was coughing a lot because of the cold. And yeah, with the virus I had, my lungs are weaker now, so I had to be more careful. So I kept the buff on to keep my breath a bit warmer, and it worked out actually, so it's good.
Well, rest well, recover well, and we'll see you next World Cups.
Yeah, thank you.
A great performance fighting for the win, her 1st World Cup podium, Sarah Casasola. Just that little error towards the end cost her the fight with Lucinda Brandt. But I just wonder, Brandt looked like she was so intent on winning today. She needs one more victory, and she is. a rider who's taken a historic moment ahead of Marianne Vos. Here's the standings. Lucinda Brand leads with 40 points after round 1, with Sarah Casasola on 30. Inga van der Heide in 3rd place. There's our top 20 riders, our second page.
Lucinda Brand, 8 wins out of 10 races this season, and of course 51 podium finishes in a row. It's getting more and more impressive.
Yeah, it's every time getting more crazy.
How was the race for you today? It seemed very tactical.
Yeah, it was. It was just difficult to make a difference. It was a lot of sliding, and I think we were a bit the same strength uphill, so it was hard to get rid of each other, and then you get a kind of a tactical race. Yeah.
It was very exciting till the last corner. Then Sarah Casasola slipped a bit. There you could make the difference. Did you know immediately that that would mean first place for you?
I knew where to put the pressure on the last lap. Also could have lessons from my teammate who won the race before us. So, and I tried to do kind of the same. And I hear that I had a little gap. And of course, when you take the first corner, you look back and you can see. So that was really good, because going with Sarah in your wheel to the finish line, it can be a different result.
Ja, Sarah Casasola was ook heel sterk vandaag, ondanks die val enkele weken geleden en ziekte. Had je haar zo sterk verwacht?
Nou, ik had er wel rekening mee gehouden. Ze had natuurlijk problemen gehad met haar longen. Ik dacht, ja, als ze een antibiotica of iets ergens wat ze heeft gehad niet te zwaar slaat, dan is haar niveau natuurlijk gewoon nog zo goed als daarvoor. Dus ik had er wel rekening mee gehouden, ja.
Je bent nu de eerste leidster in de wereldbeker. Je gaat ze niet allemaal rijden. Denk je daar nu al anders over of toch nog niet?
Nee, ik hou me voorlopig even aan mijn plan. Dus ik ben inderdaad helaas dan wel volgende week niet bij met mijn leiderstrui. Maar ja, ik hoop dat ik hem later nog een paar keer mag dragen.
Dankjewel.
Lucinda Brand, 8 wins out of 10 days. A stunning performance by her so far this season. And now the crowd wait
van der
for
Heijden,
the podium
third place
presentation.
today. Are you happy with that?
Yeah, I'm really happy. I always come for the win, but a third place I can happy with.
You seemed to get to the first two and then you had to give them a bit of space. It was a very fast race.
Yeah, in the first 2 laps I crashed almost a few times because of the icy underground, and I lost the confidence in the corners and in the downhill. So yeah, I have all the time to close the gap on the uphills, and I think I'm maybe the strongest uphill, but yeah, I lost it in the downhills and in some corners, so I'm still happy that I'm on the podium.
Ja, je wacht nog even langer natuurlijk op die eerste overwinning in die mooie Europese kampioenentrui. Maar goed, als je er altijd zo dichtbij bent, zullen die puzzelstukjes wel eens goed vallen, denk ik.
Ja, daar hoop ik wel op. Ik zit er kort bij en conditie is echt wel goed. En binnenkort nog op trainingskamp, dus ik hoop het daar nog een beetje beter te kunnen maken. En ja, ik kijk wel uit naar de komende wedstrijden. Ik weet zeker dat het ergens een keer gaat gebeuren nog.
Ja, er is natuurlijk die verduivelde Lucinda Brand. Hè. 8 op 10 dit seizoen, 51 podiumfinishes op een rij. Een woordje over haar, het is wel heel straf wat ze doet, toch? Hè?
Ja, super sterk natuurlijk. Maar ik heb wel het idee dat we steeds dichterbij komen bij haar. Dus ja, ik hoop dat het binnenkort weer een keer onze kant op valt.
Succes daarmee, dankjewel.
Inga van der Heide, complimentary about Lucinda Brand and the way that she has taken those 51 podiums in a row. It's not often we can talk about someone equaling the record of Marianne Vos, let alone beating it, which is what Lucinda Brand is now on the cusp of. Her next race would take her ahead of Marianne Vos in consecutive podiums in races. We're waiting now for the podium presentation. Thank you to all of you who've joined us. We've got one more race to come, the men's elite race. The mechanics, as always, you can't do without them. They're looking after the bikes. Well, thank you to all of you who've joined us. We're looking forward to the podium presentation of the first round of this World Cup. And the riders are ready. Sola obviously worried still about being unwell.
Ceremoniálním předávání cen nejlepším v rámci UCI Cyclo-cross World Cup tady v Táboře v elitní kategorii žen.
Ladies and gentlemen, may we have your attention for the award.
Here's our podium of the first round of the UCI World Cup Cyclo-cross.
Category Women Elite.
Na místě třetím skončila úřadující evropská šampionka Inge van der Heggen.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the first place, from
Third place, the European champion Inge van der Heggen.
Jako prvním gratulantem v tuto chvíli je a přichází váš pan starosta města Tábora, pan Štěpán Padík.
The flower is presented by Mr. Stepan Pavlík, Mayor of Tábor.
Vážení a milí, místo druhé medaile stříbrná. Sara Casasola, Itálie.
The Italian, second place for her, a proud moment in her cyclocross career. Can she win a World Cup this season?
Gratulací a novou sobě vlastní přichází pan Ondřej Šebek, předseda Národní sportovní agentury.
The flower is presented by Mr. Ondřej Šebek, chairman of the National Sports Agency.
Vážené dámy, vážení pánové, ptáteli se na vítězku, tady je Lucinda Brand, Nizozemí.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner today
Lucinda Brand wins here in Tábor. Her fourth victory here in Tábor.
Dnes už po několikáté o to vítězství toho ceníme, přichází prezident Českého svazu cyklistiky, pan David Průša.
And the flower is presented by Mr. David Prusha, president of Czech Cycling Federation.
There's our podium at the end of today's race.
Přichází i oficiální zástupce Mezinárodní cyklistické federace. Přichází Kateřina Neš.
And the leader's jersey of
And the World Cup leader's jersey and a new design. Handed over now to Lucinda Brand by, of course, one of the most famous Czech riders ever, Kateřina Neš.
Světového poháru. Dámy a pánové, řada je opět na státní hymně, tentokrát Nizozemí.
Ladies and gentlemen, in honor of our champion, let's stand for the national anthem of Netherlands.
Lucinda Brandt jako vítězka.
There's our podium.
Sara Casasola na místě druhé.
Inga van der Heide,
Rovná
Sara
Inge
Casasola and
van der
Lucinda
Heide.
Brandt.
Women elite category podium, Inge van der Heide, Sara Casasola and Lucinda Brandt.
And now the selfie, as always.
Ruce nahoru, ať to na těch fotkách vypadá. Ať se ve světě větší klubit. No a na řadu přijde i
I've enjoyed today's race, haven't we? It's been
kategorie
a real tussle between those riders.
Vážené dámy, vážení
Sets the scene for the rest of the World Cup cyclocross season.
nejlepších žen v kategorii do 23 let.
Ladies and gentlemen, may we have your
We're going to get ready for the men's elite race. Thanks very much for joining us from me, Ant McCrossan. We'll be back with the men's race. Bye for now.
Bedwell z Nizozemí.
and the winner in category women under 23 from Netherlands,